What's good? Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you guys for the support as always. This one, man, we're checking out my boy, man, my fellow Jamaican brother. He helped me get my girl back. This is Young Don, the Sauce God, man. Shout out Young Don, my Jamaican brother, man. But yeah, we're gonna see what he's talking about in this one, man. Before we do that, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this video. But let's get into it. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So I move on. So like, let's say she like texts me. I don't hit her up for a while, and then she texts me. What do I do then? David then tells me that if that happens,
The South Gold.
Jordan. Yes, okay. Guess what? What? All right, you remember that one shorty? The one I told you about? The one from Instagram? Oh, you mean the one with the... Yum. Okay. So what, y'all got a date? Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? We about to go get some pizza tonight. Maybe bring her back to the crib. You know what I mean? Okay. That's nice, man. Well, I hope you have fun with that, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, bro. You think you could spot me like $40? Wow. Look, I got paid in 2 days. I got you. Please, bro, I got you. How are you out here chasing women? You don't even got $40, bro. Please. No, you ain't pay me back from the last time. You always talking about some old stuff, man. This is important. We're brothers. Bro, just sign up for a current account, bro. You have the money tonight. What? Current. It's a mobile bank account. Comes free with a Visa.
As my boy Cash Nasty would say, he paying the bills.
So, you get paid on Friday. Today's Wednesday. You'll get the money today. Wow. If you sign up right now, the debit card won't get here for a couple of days. But because it's an actual bank account, you can link it to your Apple Pay, pay for the pizza tonight, and Shorty doesn't gotta know that you are a broke boy. Yeah, man, you get free overdraft protection for up to $100. You can access up to 55,000 free ATMs nationwide. You can deposit checks with your smartphone, and it only takes 2 minutes to sign up. Wow, thanks, bro. You really saved my skin. She flaking? Yeah, she flaked. That's tough, bro. But at least you got some money now. You know what I mean? At least you're not a broke boy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. By the way, while we here, you might as well pay me back for that other thing, since you got some money now. You know what I mean? I mean, when you look at it, it's like a win-win for the both of us. You know what I'm saying? Since you ain't got a date no more. Download that current app, get some current cash. You know what I'm saying? Since you currently single. You know what I'm saying? Give me back my money, bro. You owe me money, bro. Yeah. You single. You ain't got no Get current. Give me my money.
so this is the third video documenting the romantic but rocky relationship between me and my high school sweetheart. I highly recommend you watch the 2 previous videos so that you can get the whole story, but if you need a refresher, when we last left off, I explained how I allowed my irrational jealousy and insecurities to destroy my relationship with the first girl I ever fell in love with. But I suppose, thankfully, an unlikely mentor entered my life, and with his advice, I got my girl back one last time. So who was this guy? Well, his name was David. Unlike anybody I had ever met before. David transferred to my high school during senior year. He was this big, light-skinned Hispanic dude, like 6 feet tall, built like a 10. And when dude came through, it was hard for you not to notice. For one, rocked a shaved head. Never seen that before in someone that young. And if that didn't catch your attention, then certainly his drip would. Arguably the most drippy dude in the whole school. I'm talking about this dude had all the Jordans, all the Air Maxes, only rock True Religion jeans and Polo Ralph Lauren and Nautica shirts. And when you're a broke teenager in high school, that is very impressive. But the most striking thing about David wouldn't actually hit you until he opened his mouth. And that's because on the rare occasion that he actually spoke to you, you would be dazzled by his shiny gold grills that sat on his teeth. And even more surprising than that was the fact that he talked like Kodak, bro. Yes, Kodak Black. This light-skinned Hispanic dude talked like a dark-skinned dude with dreads from the dirty South. I'm talking about that. And that's because David grew up in the hoods of South Florida. I'm talking Lake City, Opelika, Miami Gardens. If you know, you know, bro. It's not a game over there. So, as some of you know, I played varsity basketball in high school, and that's how I met David. He showed up one day for tryouts, and mans was nice, so he made the team. But he mostly kept to himself, never said too much to anybody, really, including the coach. So that's how we knew each other, but we wouldn't become friends until the second semester of senior year when we ended up in the same marine biology class. Now, this may come as a surprise to you, but David wasn't particularly passionate about marine biology. Needless to say, when he showed up for the first day of class and saw me sitting in the back, he was happy to see someone he knew. That he knew was smart. So he could cheat. That's truly how our friendship started. Every class we had together, I would happily let him copy off my homework or cheat off my tests, partly because we were teammates, so I wanted him to have good grades, but also because I was one of those kids who was good at school, but also didn't care about school. Like, I was a dude that people knew they could come and ask to copy my homework, and I would just hand it over. I was solid like that. And that really bought me a lot of points with David. And from that point on, we became boys, to the point that we would occasionally hang out outside of class and basketball practice. And it became clear to me that David saw me as more than a bump in his GPA, when one day he comes to class and sees me sitting in the back of the room looking bummed out. This was right after my girl and I had broken up for the second time, and it was affecting me. So David comes, he sits beside me, and he asks me what's going on. I told him that me and my girl just broke up, and I was pretty bent up about it. David instantly pulls out his phone and just starts scrolling through pictures of girls that he's, you know, having relations with. And he was like, yo, this is what you need to be on, forget that girl. But that wasn't me, you feel me? I couldn't just move on like that. So when he realized that wasn't the answer I wanted to hear, he decided to give me some advice. First, he told me I had to move on. He said that when a girl leaves a dude, he can't really get her back. She has to come back. And as long as she can tell that you want her, she's gonna stay away. So I hear this and I'm like, so like, you mean like just don't text her and stuff? Okay, yeah, I can do that. He tells me no, the relationship is over. It's done. Move on. Of course I'm confused, cause I'm like, well, if I move on, then how am I supposed to get her back? Bro. It's like, done. It's over. You're not gonna get back what you lost. But there's a chance she might want to start something new if she sees change. But as long as you're holding on to the old stuff, she's gonna know you the same person. And look, you can move on. She might not come back, but if you do move on, then maybe she'll see that and come back. I'm like, okay. All right, so I move on. So like, let's say she like texts me. I don't hit her up for a while, and then she texts me. What do I do then? David then tells me that if that happens, I basically gotta curve her. He was saying that if she sees that I look like I'm moving on, she's gonna kind of like test it, you feel me? To see if it's like real or not. And if I jump at it the first time she shows me some attention after breaking up with me, then she's gonna know I didn't really move on. She basically has to be asking to come back. Anything short of that is a test. So of course, I'm looking at this dude like he's crazy. First, he tells me that I basically gotta forget about her, and then in the off chance that she actually does hit me up, I gotta like curve her unless she's like explicitly asking to get back with it just didn't sound like it made any sense. David sees the confusion on my face and probably already feeling like he's been trying way too hard to explain this to me. So then he's like, yo, do whatever you want. So basically I thought that I was still where I was and he didn't help me at all. But I did think the whole moving on thing was probably for the best, cause there's no way she was gonna come back.
The Bachelor is back. Stream it live
Young
on
Don
ABC
paying the
and
bills.
YouTube TV.
For my meal kit delivery, I chose the vegetarian box, and the meals that I received were the salsa verde enchiladas.
So I started to do that. And if you watch part 1 of this series, then you know what that looks like. Hanging out with the boys, playing basketball, and not contacting my ex. A few weeks go by, and then I get a text from Taylor saying that she had one of my jackets and she wanted to return it to me. I didn't think much of it, so I said okay. We decided to meet after school the next day in the middle of the campus, and that's where she was gonna give it to me. So after school the next day, I'm heading to the middle of campus, and I can see she's already there standing with my jacket in hand, and she was looking mad cute. And I'm like, man, I do miss that. But then I remembered what David said. If she doesn't make it clear that she wants to come back, then there's no long talking to be had. So I walk my way over to her, I say what's up, she says hey, and then hands me my jacket. I say thanks, and then with no hesitation or pause, I turn around and start walking away. Clearly she didn't expect that, and she calls out to me. So I stop, I turn around, I'm like, yo, what's up? She's like, really? I'm like, I said thanks. And then she storms off. And I'm just standing there like, right? And then I leave. Because at this point, I had really already moved on to a great degree. As far as I was concerned, the relationship was over. And I wasn't expecting her to want to get back with me. Well, later that evening, I'm chilling at home. This was back when I was still living with the aunt that kicked me out, by the way. I'm chilling in the kitchen, eating like a banana or something, when my phone lights up. It was a text from Taylor. I open it, and she was like, hey, I want to talk. So I'm like, I finished my banana, and then I was like, yeah, I'm free right now. You can call me. I send it, and not long after that, my phone starts to ring. So I pick it up, and she's like, hey. I'm like, hey. Then she says, I miss you. I'm like, yeah. Well, I miss you too. She says, well, you didn't act like it today. We don't talk for weeks and that's how you treat me. I'm like, Taylor, what do you want from me? You broke up with me. What was I supposed to do? And then it's quiet. But I didn't hear it. I didn't hear her ask to come back. So I was like, well, thanks for the jacket. So you don't want to get back together? I'm like, skirt. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I want to get back together. I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you know. Like I said, I miss you. And just like that, you know, this is not a very strange conversation to be had between two lovebirds in high school. So, you know, we got back together, and just like that, you know, got my girl back. Shout out to David. But ultimately, we would break up again, because I never fixed the root problem of why we broke up in the first place. Also, it was the end of senior year. I was about to move to California, she was gonna stay in Florida, and long distance relationship plus both of us being teenagers and going to college doesn't quite spell strong relationship. So did David's advice work? Well, for what I wanted at the time, I guess. But that's not the advice 25-year-old me would give to 18-year-old me today. Instead, I would tell him, hey, I know you're hurt, and I know that you think having a girlfriend is important and validates you as a desirable and worthful young man. But that is an illusion. No amount of success with girls is ever going to make you feel worthful. In fact, so long as you continue to
That's good
pursue women,
advice.
you will never be all that you can be. So you will never be happy. Focus on yourself. Don't even think about a girlfriend. Learn who you are. Figure out what's important to you. Master your mind and your body with discipline. Listen to that voice in your head that tells you what to do. Ask it for guidance. Do that, and you will become legendary. So if the day ever comes that a girl is in your life, it will be because you chose her, and she will be happy that you did.
If you've ever wondered how Mint Mobile can be any good for just $15 a month, consider that we don't spend millions.
End of the night,
Still on the run, trying to find my way.
heart full of love. Love it when you dance with a so would never leave. No.
That's good advice, man. Young Don always has some good advice at the end of the videos. But yeah, in high school at that time, the advice that his friend gave him was pretty valid. That was a valid thing, just to make her think that you're moving on. It always works, man. But yeah, as an adult, I don't think that's gonna work that way. So yeah, you're right about that. But yeah, man, that was a great video. Shout out to Young Don. Always making some good videos, good animations, ton of good stories, man. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, please hit the subscribe button. Let me know what else to check out. Hit that like button, and I'm gonna catch you guys next one. I'm out here. Thanks.